Tonight's simple. We're going to highlight a guy that may have the greatest push in skateboarding history, and his name isn't even Gino. This is a section I'm calling the Gnarly List Legends with Dennis Busenitz, a.k.a. Busenitz, a.k.a. the crack-smoking cheetah. I just made up that second nickname, but it fits the guy. Last time Guinness clocked him skating down the San Francisco Hill, he was going an earth-shattering 757,000 miles an hour, breaking the sound barrier and a couple eardrums in the process. Now let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about why Dennis is so good. I've seen him skate before. I've been to a demo in about 2008. All of Deluxe was there. Dennis was my least favorite skater at the time, and by the end of this demo, he was my favorite skater on the planet. He proceeds to drop in, kickflip the pyramid, hit transition, and then land about 650,000 tricks in a row without even trying. I don't know how he has so much energy or athletic ability. Maybe it's the fact that he grew up partially in Germany and Kansas. I think those two places might push you to try to get the fuck out of there unless you like Bavarian beer. And let's address the elephant in the room. He got ripped the fuck off in 2011 for SOTY. He probably could have won on other years, but as they say, he wasn't repping the mag hard enough. I don't think he was smoking on enough of that Jake Phelps pole to win it. R.I.P. Jake, but you did fuck up on this one. We're going to see in this video some of his greatest video parts, one of those being Real Since Day One, which came out in 2011. We're going to watch him destroy the competition in Tampa Pro 2011, in which he hits the street course and he hits the transition features at the same time. Something unheard of, a reason why Street League fucking sucks. And we'll finish it with him almost beating a wife beater, Chris Cole, in a game of skate, Battle at the Barracks 2. Dennis gets him to tee, and then Chris Cole has to pull out his wife-beating abilities to stomp some maneuvers that no one else can do just to win this game, but you will see Dennis's flat ground prowess. Okay, we're starting this analysis with Adidas Diagonal 2009. I believe the first spot is Fort Miley, where he kickflips as high as Phil Shao 5-0s. There it is. Beautiful. Yes, Phil Shao did 5-0 it for the July 96 cover. You should know that, or you should quit, or maybe do research. Pretty important to know who Phil Shao is. Let's see it in slow-mo. So it's more of a Wally flick. Ninja flick on the front foot. Slaps the back foot. Nose lower than the tail. Absolutely superb, Dennis. That 180 fakie manny is just insane. I threw this line in here so you can understand that he's just the EA Skate default character. I think Adidas spent a whole grip of money on this CGI because I don't think this guy's real. Don't forget Kenny Anderson's half-cab frontside power slide at this spot. That was also sick, just not quite Dennis sick. Here's some of those quick feet. I think this spot's in Berlin. Look at that frontside flip. Out of that, somehow makes that hectic carve. Switch, 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 push, switch back nose grind. Let's revisit it with a little slow-mo. So back tail straight into the frontside flip. Beautiful switch backside carve. One of the best looking switch pushes ever. Switch back nose grind. Another favorite line from this video. So he lands on that little transition and somehow pumps it. Continues his speed with no push. Back three perfect, just enough front foot off, not quite crazy like a Greco one. Hits the NOS button. This frontside nose blunt's insane. He comes out in 5-0 because he goes too far. Here's some Berlin wall. Dennis is here to show you how well he can switch tray flip. And there it is. The spot's pretty gnarly in person. I've been there, and I would not switch front wall ride it, but he did. Here he is generating that speed with his upper body into a perfect cack. Look at that turn on the front foot. Power slide. You can see the Donnie Barley in him. And that ollie at Sands to end this out, just insane. Only Dennis could do that right there. Make Sands look gnarly. Have you ever seen an ender at that spot that isn't on a ledge? I'm thinking Raul Navarro in that same video possibly had an ender there. But only Dennis can make that spot gnarly. That just shows who he is. And I just blew through a whole Costco-sized bottle of lotion and some napkins, taking a little break to myself. But let's get back on it. Next is younger Dennis, 21 years old, 2002's Real Seeing Double. You can see his cat-like reflexes are at an all-time high in his younger years, and he's still choosing to not skate stairs and handrails like everyone else at that time period. There's this great spot choice of flow, speed, fluidity, pools. It's a great video part. And I'm not sure when he's skating the skate park if he has a motor attached to his board or not, but maybe it's that NOS button we saw after he did the back three. Okay, let's get into this seeing double. He shot out of a cannon right there. It looks like he hit one of those turbo strips in Mario Kart. Frontside ollie over, tail slide, still going fast. Bump to Smith. I'm not sure who's filming, but they should get some sort of award. Filmer of the year, maybe. Kickflip, nollie heel. Not a single push in that line. Here he is skating pools, pivot fakie, alley-oop 50. He'll seal this deal with a front rock. Why not? And the Liu Kang ollie looks like he's kicking Goro in the face in maybe Mortal Kombat from the mid-90s, if you know that. Tray flip, he's going way too fast. Now he's going about Mach 50. Ollie down a big drop for Dennis. You don't usually see that, but it's on a hill bomb. Frontside flip, switch 180. We're going straight into a way day. So this is 2016, backside overcrook. He skates to a terrible Snoop Dogg song, but I can look past it because he's quick feet. Kickflip up, ollie over, sets up for the frontside flip, stomped. Here's the best blizzard flip in the history of skateboarding, and there it was. We're going to have to revisit that. He's pushing way too fast. He's making my point for best push ever. So it's the flick mixed with the constant rotation on it. Comes all the way around, continues the line. Nothing but dripping style from Mr. Dennis Busenitz, a fine wine. Switch Wally, switch nose manual, fakie flip out. Little ugly, I don't care. Crazy ollie in San Francisco. Some manual superpowers here. Looks like a Spain spot to me. Ollie over the rail, into the bank, into a back three, just all fluid. More day one level manual skills. And frontside flip up at the Max Palmer spot. And just when you thought he didn't skate stairs, he goes tray flip Manny, kick flip down a lot, maybe 10. I don't count stairs. You can count them for me. Put in the comments. Who gives a fuck? Back to Fort Miley. Hippie hop over. The drop on the other side is insane. He makes it look easy. And we're going straight into what someone would consider his magnum opus part, which is reels since day one. He just absolutely puts a hurting on San Francisco. Here he is carving the long bench at China Banks. Notice in the replay here, it's his front wheels can't hit that lower edge below the ledge or he dies. He still dies, but he didn't even grind it. But that's showing how difficult it is for old Dennis here. Hippie hop over the rail, just beautiful. Little Tyler Bledsoe action. Big spin fakie Manny. I like the way he pumps into this barrier like it's a normal quarter pipe. Superb. Look at him. He's either smoking meth or he's ADHD, possibly both, into the nose blunt. Tough Oakland spot through the wood chips. He continues his line like he's in Really Sorry. Geoff Rowley seemed to continue all his lines in that video. Switchback nose grind all the way on 3 up, 3 down. Beautiful, Dennis. More day one level manuals. Upstream back 50. That was sick. And look at his gear here. So he's wearing a leather jacket. It looks like a very steep hill. Judging by how slow he appears to be going, it must be an insanely steep hill, about a 90-degree angle. This trick's wild, so check it out in real time. We're going to revisit that flick on this one. So GX has torn up this spot recently, but Dennis was hitting it here in 2011. So he pops, he flicks, it slaps his back foot, then his front foot, and then he rolls away clean bolts. What a magician, Mr. Dennis Busenitz. Threading the needle at the SF library, incredible. Frontside flip up, well, almost. And he'll bring out this video part with a long lip slide. He negates the Willie Santos tap at the end, which I like. It's tasteful, and I like Willie Santos. But I just thought it was cool to come out nollie lip there. He'll end it in Australia, a spot even Cardiel has struggled with. Wow, Dennis, you deserve some time in the shade after that. Metallica Kill 'Em All. Great band until about Injustice for All. Then they fucking suck. Just remember that when you're listening to them. I think it's when they got off coke. So we're going to hop into this Tampa Pro 2011 run, the year he was ripped off by Phelps for Skater of the Year, in my opinion, allegedly. But I think when you think of contests in skateboarding, at least for me, I think of Street League. I think of bangers on rails. I think of nollie flick into a grind or possibly cab 270 front blunt if you know Greg Lutzka. But what you don't think of is all this style and flow that he's bringing to the table here. He seems to meticulously go through tricks in this line while somehow going fast and still hitting the transition features. There is one part he fucks up on, and we will get to that. But it is flawless, and here's Dennis at Tampa Pro 2011. The first thing you're going to notice here in this is there's a young Nyjah and a young Luan in the background. They're watching greatness right now. So Dennis drops in, perfect kickflip over the pyramid. Everyone's brains are on the wall because they've all blown up. Front 50 around the corner. He'll take a front blunt up that ledge, straight into a beautiful frontside disaster. 180 Manny trick. Switch flip down the 4. Now this is what I talked about. This is where he completely fucks up, which really not that bad if you look at most Tampa Pro runs. Drops back in, gets his speed going, kick flip up the 4, frontside flip up the step up. Switch blunt flick. That was amazing. He's pushing way too fast for what he's setting up for. Into a transitional backside 5-0. He's going to hit the C ledge with the Smith grind. Pops out early, so sick. Nyjah's saying, I wish I was as good as you, Dennis. Back tail around the C ledge. Continuing his onslaught. I think he's off script here. Weird little ollie. He's just sort of making it up as he goes, even though everyone in that room knows he already won. Smith grind. He doesn't know how to stop. I think that's what I like about Dennis. He can't stop till he falls. Nose grind on the rainbow ledge. Back nose blunt. Ooh, just sealing the deal there. Some dorky front board. He's still going. Kickflip up. He's probably out of energy. How tired is he right there? Beautiful looking frontside flip. Back three. Finally falls. Jake Phelps should have given him the award right there. He should have shown up in a thong and presented it to him, and he didn't. That was a perfect display of how a professional skates a shitty course down in Tampa. Yes, he was robbed for SOTY. It's okay. He'll still have that trophy or whatever they give you down in Tampa for the win. But did you notice how flowy that run was? He used the whole entire course, up and down, side to side. He linked together just about every tech trick with some sort of transitional trick, other than when he hopped off his board, and it was just an absolute thing of beauty. That, to me, is what a professional skates like, and it's also what's lacking in Street League is there is zero flow on that course that Rob Dyrdek designed. It's designed to do a gnarly banger, and that's it. There is no flow. There is no hitting the quarter pipe, coming back down, then doing your nollie heel crooks. It's anti-flow, and that's my problem with Street League. But anyway, let's get into the grand finale here. So this is Battle at the Barracks 2, 2008. Dennis is playing Chris Cole, a tech god. No one would ever call him a style god, but he is a tech god. You can watch Ride the Sky or maybe In Bloom when he decided to change his style. In Bloom's when he switched frontside flip down the love gap, and then all of a sudden after he landed it, he was wearing tight black clothes and listening to Wasp, playing guitar. Something about riding for zero and changing your style. I don't know what kind of strings Jamie Thomas is pulling down in San Diego, but somehow everyone shapeshifts to fit onto that team at one point or another. Anyway, grand finale. Here's that game of skate. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Dennis loses the rock, paper, scissors. Costin's there to best friend Chris Cole. Two guys with amazing tricks and no style. Gabe Morford's the judge. Kickflip. Fakey flip. Dennis has it all. Tray flip. Dennis answers. Gary the dog's hanging. Heel flip. Half cab flip. Dennis can't miss, can he? Pulled his front foot off more there than that line we saw earlier, but still sick. Fakey tray flip. Nollie back heel. Just keeps answering him. Chris got the backside flip. Really shitty backside heel. It rolled on the ground, but sure, Chris. Okay, nollie backside flip. Dennis is perfect so far. Switch frontside flip. Switch front heel. Dennis has that too. Goes for the nollie heel whirly bird. Misses. And straight into Dennis's turn. He does a big heel. Chris's rolls on the ground, but it counts. It's defense. Shitty switch backside big spin. Morford's okay with it. Chris misses that. Gets his S. Switch tray flip from Dennis. He answers back. Switch flips. Goes for the switch backside flip. Misses it. Chris busts out the gnarly hard flip. Dennis has that too. Justin Brock, Ernie Torres. Haven't seen those guys for a while. Chris misses again. Straight into Dennis's turn. Beautiful hard flip. There's a K for Chris. Nollie frontside flip. Chris can't do that either. There's an A. That damn switch backside flip. He misses it again. Chris gets his turn. Does that stupid nollie heel 360. Cab flip. He's starting to stack the letters on Dennis. Fakey bigger flip, but Dennis has it. The crowd goes wild. Carl Watson might be there. Who cares? Okay, regular frontside flip. Chris answers back. Switch big spin. Chris can't do that either. There's his T. This is where Dennis should go in overdrive and start doing all sorts of crazy shit, but instead he just sends his dog out there to get in the way. That was a terrible frontside big spin, but again, defense, it counts. Dennis going for it. Ooh, there's the blizzard flip, but as we've seen in the video part, Dennis has him. Look at that. Wasn't even pretty, but he pulls it out. No one can believe what they're seeing. Not quite the crowd of PJ versus P-Rod, but still sick. SKAT to SKA. Double flip. That should be illegal. That's some Mike V level bullshit. Inward heel. Dennis has it. Varial heels all around. Oh, nollie backside flip into the late 360. Kind of hideous. Dennis does it. Gary's psyched right now. Half cab heel. Is that really what's going to end Dennis? Nope, not today. I don't even know what that was. Some sort of fakey tray flip late 180. Pretty shitty. That's how Dennis leaves this game of skate. So that was a good one. In review, I believe my central thesis of him having the greatest push in skateboarding history is correct, as you can see. Not only does he have the best goofy push of all time, but he has the best switch push of all time. And yes, I am counting Gino when I say that. Gino is a very close second. I think Dennis gets more power out of his push. It's more fluid, and I like how quickly he puts his foot back on the ground to kick for the next one. I think it generates the most speed of any push ever. I don't know if he's using his upper body like that frontside ollie on other pushes, but as we saw, he's a man who can generate motion. This whole episode was just to highlight how sick Dennis is. Nothing more, nothing less. If you found some inconsistency or problem or something that annoys you, how about you jump in the comments and raise hell? I would love to have a spat with you in the comments. Other than that, I think you should get on your board and go fucking skate right now. Enough of this chit-chat. This is the Gnarly List. That was Dennis Busenitz. Have a good fucking night.
Oh, no!